As spring gets into full swing and the temperatures rise, the building season also heats up in the region. A number of housing projects are already popping up on the city's landscape. Many in the industry believe the new homes will be selling like hotcakes.
With a limited building season, the minute the snow goes, tradesmen's hammers and saws are buzzing.
Builders are just gearing up. Builders are pretty optimistic. They're getting a lot of enthusiastic phone calls. A lot of exciting things are happening in the north, which is including Prince George. So there's a lot of people wanting to move into the area and checking out. Our house prices are a little bit less expensive than in some other areas, so it's very attractive for younger families.
In many of these newer subdivisions, there is a blend of product selling in the $400,000 to $600,000 range, and those in the new home construction business, from building to selling, are busy.
We've got a lot of activity that has happened this spring. People who have purchased lots, there's upwards of 40 lots in this area that have gone, and they're a combination of builders, developers who are going to build some speculation homes. Some are going to save the lots until they can find somebody who wants to build a custom home on it. And there's a lot of people, individuals, who have purchased lots for their own dream home that they're going to build.
Bob Quinlan says the demographic of the buyer has changed somewhat over the years, with the promise of greater development in the wind.
There seems to be a lot more promise with what we're seeing with the development in the north, and there's going to be a lot more people who have the ability to be able to settle and purchase here in Prince George in the higher ends. The higher end has always been a difficult, especially with the development costs, that we're seeing homes in the $450,000 up to $600,000 range. There's probably about 2 years worth of inventory sitting in Prince George right now, but there always is in that high end.
But Quinlan says sales of the higher and newer homes depends a great deal on the sales of pre-existing homes. The Bank of Canada has kept interest rates steady with the anticipated growth in the larger urban centres, and that always bodes well for this region.
When those areas are good, that's also a good indication. Prince George is always, we're a little bit different because we're in the north. We're kind of a center hub. We don't have a whole lot of the big areas like in the Lower Mainland. I mean, you got Burnaby, you got Langley, you got all those areas around there. But we're starting to see a lot of some of the changes that are happening in some of those other centers.
Alan Crusoe says he has also heard of the anticipated growth in the local economy, with companies setting up satellite offices in Prince George to tap into the resource sector. Cheryl Jan, CKPG News.